Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Unless you come from money, you must learn to save money as a newcomer in Canada. And broadly speaking, there's only two ways to go about it. One way is to increase your overall inflow of money without increasing your expenses. And another way is to reduce your overall expenses. For example, your monthly expenses. But in today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 super easy steps in which you can save money in Canada. As saving is the building block to make any milestone decisions in another country. For example, buying a house, making a big investment in stocks or otherwise, or even buying a new car that you really like. Number 1 is writing it down. Out of sight is out of mind. So you must write all your incomes on one side and all the expenses on the other side so you can better track them month over month. As by tracking your monthly expenses, you'll be able to create a baseline to where you currently stand. As this will help you make the decisions to where to cut your expenses which you don't currently use. For example, gym memberships in COVID times. One of the questions that you should ask yourself while making such decisions is, do you really need it or do you really want it? And once you're here, the next step would be to make a goal. You can't really score without any goal. So ask yourself, what are you really saving for? The down payment for the house or the money for that new car? And then put down a date next to that goal so you can track it month over month. And you should revisit this tracking sheet at least once a month. So this strategy has worked for me, but let me know in the comments what other strategies have worked for you. Up next is efficient travel and living. Not much traveling is going on right now because of COVID, but when you do need to travel, you should think about, do you really need to travel by car? Consider using public transport like bus and subway so you can really cut down on the cost. Also, don't be afraid to explore options like biking or even carpooling with your colleagues. But if you really have to, I would suggest buy a pre-owned car and not a new one, as a new car depreciates 10% of its value right away and up to 50 to 60% in 5 years. Another key player in monthly expenses is home utilities, electric, water, heating, internet, things of that nature. But you can also cut down on these things by using them in the right time. For example, in Canada, there's something called a peak hour and non-peak hour for electricity, which means using electricity in the peak hours will cost you more compared to using it in non-peak hours. In most of the cases, it's cheaper on the weekends versus on the weekdays in the morning hours. And you can also use the energy efficient appliances to further cut down on the electricity bill. Winter and summer proofing your house also help to bring the heating and cooling cost further down. Next option is to cut down on your bank and credit card fees. Before we get into the details, if you're a guilty shopper, then you should really consider using cash instead of credit cards, as cash is more tangible. So you really feel the difference when you pay something tangible for your transactions. In Canada, there are many banks that offer bank accounts with no monthly fee. So if you have an account with a monthly fee in it, I would consider switching to a no-fee bank account. And likewise, there are many credit cards which offer cashback and reward features like points, as you can also get cashback on things like groceries, your other monthly recurring expenses. Another good way is to consider using your credit card as a debit card, exploring deals and doing things yourself. For most of the consumer things in Canada, you'll be able to find some deals in some one time. You might want to look into things like Red Flag Deals, Cadel, Rakuten. I'll leave link for some of these sites below. Also, many stores in Canada offer price match, so don't forget to explore that as well. Also, dollar store is a great place to go to find all sorts of items. And if you want to buy used items, you can find a range of thrift stores or value stores around the city. Look out for good deals. You usually find good deals around the holiday season or going back to school sales for electronics. Boxing Day and Black Friday sale around November or December is also a good time to buy electronics in Canada. You'll be surprised at how much money you can save by looking out for these deals and buying it at the right time.
In addition to the deals that you might get from many other sources that we talked about, you should also focus on doing DIY projects. So Home Depot, where I'm standing currently outside of. So for example, I'm here to get the furnace filters and I'm going to replace them myself. All right, here's the update. Got the furnace filters, now heading home to install them. See you there. Right, so that's another way to save money if you really want to focus on it. And you'll notice that every penny, every cent, every dollar would soon make up to tens and hundreds of dollars. And then comes the best part, which is investing it. So that's for future videos, but for now, back to the video.
Also, don't discount how much money you can save by eating at home or home-cooked meals. You can save a chunk of money, but not eating outside every single day and buying groceries beforehand and making your meals at home. If you're heading out to buy groceries, I would recommend make a list of things that you really need and then just focus on those. Even things like coffee and tea makes a big difference in the long haul. In this journey of savings, don't forget that every penny, every dollar makes a difference. By saving for your first and second milestones, you would eventually get into a habit of saving and this would really help you in the long run. I hope this video helps you to save money as a newcomer in Canada. So that's it for this video. Leave your questions or comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.